Hello guys. Haven't tested out my audio too much. Bit hard to do with a live stream, but I think we're good. I'm just waiting for it to catch up. I'm not sure if it's going yet. Yeah, there we are. Okay, let's get into it. Hello everyone in the chat. So today we're going to be working on probably Brewerstown, but I have a couple plates spinning at the moment. So this is the Brewerstown project. It's going well. It's coming along. I think I'm still on track to finish by end of March. Over here we have the Chamberlain Castle area. So this is a region that's tied into Brewerstown. It's just across the river, and the idea is that the guy who lives here is one of the main officials in Brewerstown. So it's like a linked settlement. If I fly over, you can actually see. There we are. We have the orange flag for the Chamberlains and this red and turquoise flag for Brewerstown. Hello, Futurand, in the comments. I came in here actually today, and instead of working on what I was supposed to for school, I built this building. This is a mill. I think it's kind of nice. It's still work in progress. But yeah, this is the vibe. I'll show you. I'll come inside here. So this is going to be like a mostly reception kind of storage area. Probably put a couple chests here. Downstairs, we're going to have the actual grinding mechanism. And then we can pop in here. This is where the wheel is. You can see it's making up tons of foam down there. And we can go up the ladder and see where they're storing stuff. So these are bags of wheat and flour and stuff. This is just going to be some farming houses. I might put like a stud farm or something, but it's mostly just going to be little like sheds and barns and stuff. It's crazy how quickly this project took shape. Yeah, it's I kind of keep updating it and adding more stuff instead of finishing what's there, so it keeps getting like bigger. We're slowly shrinking down the scale though. I've been working on interiors the past couple days. The interiors for these places aren't quite done, but I've now placed all of my emeralds. So emeralds for me are unfinished interiors. It's just a place where I have to go back in, and sometimes an unfinished exterior too. But yeah, all the emeralds are places that I need to finish and not just keep adding on to. You're the best guy explaining building I met so far. Oh, thank you. I try. Yeah, I've been trying for a while to slowly get better at explaining my process, and I find that the streams help me do that. If we come down here, you can see I've basically half finished every house. So most of the houses, if you come inside, you'll see that there is the floors in place and the floor plan, but there's no furniture. I can show another one here. This one is missing the floor plan. Whoops. Hey, this one has it though. This is going to be a bakery. You can see they're going to have a big oven here, like in this wall. And then this is the living area. Trying to do a lot of little balconies and gardens and stuff for Brewerstown. Hey man, I really like your worlds. How do you talk yourself into going forward? Have you ever experienced burnout? Yes. Yeah, I do. And my next video is going to be a little bit about burnout and how to actually finish a project. So I get burnt out on Minecraft. There are a few things that I do find help me. One is trying to... Hold on. Let me think this through. So one is just building in the same world. I find that the fact that I can see like Stoneheart over there and the fact that it's part of an interconnected system makes me feel like I have to finish it, because if I don't, then I can't do a new like world upload, right? I need to finish Brewerstown for Tredegor to be finished. So that's a good impetus for finishing Brewerstown. Um, in terms of dealing with creative burnouts, I would say definitely try to consume a lot of art. Try to go to a museum or read at home, read online articles, read anything you can, look at other people's art, look at Minecraft stuff, whatever you can. Just make sure that you're trying to get something and not just keep giving more of your creative energy. Because if you're only giving without getting anything in return, you will get burnt out. So trying to actually see what other art is in the world is great for burnout. One thing that specifically helps me are these emerald things. I usually get burnout during the transition from exterior to interior. So I can do all this whole area and I can work on all these exteriors and I'm like, great, so it's almost done. And then I have all these unfinished interiors that I feel like I can't work on. Um, and that's why I do the emeralds, because it reminds me on the exterior that this place is unfinished and that I can't just ignore the interiors. If I want this place to look good, I have to get rid of the emeralds, and if I have to get rid of the emeralds, that means I have to do the interiors. Did you take the reference from KCD? Yes, not for everything. Brewerstown is a little bit based off of Rattay. Not too much, but kind of like this main street layout is inspired by Rattay. And over there, that castle is very much inspired by Kingdom Come Deliverance too. Specifically Nabokov. To be honest, I do agree that streams are nice. They're great for background noise. Yeah, I find that too. I don't usually log into a stream, but I like them when I'm building for myself. Accidentally breaking walls with the Tinker tool. Yeah, I gotta turn that off. I do that too much. Hello, Grumpy Bear in the chat. And Callie Sykes saying the emerald markers are really smart. Yeah, I won't say that I came up with it. I got the idea from it from Westeros Craft. So Westeros Craft is like the really big server where they're recreating um, like all the Game of Thrones world in Minecraft, and they always use like these markers on top of buildings to show what's done and what isn't done, because it's a collaborative thing. You have to like show other people what you've actually finished. And I really liked the idea, so I've been doing it since Regensburg, basically. Here, let me come in here, put down a table. I mostly do interior slash like detailing on these streams. Stuff that takes like absolutely ages and is kind of not fun to do by yourself. Because I can sit down and I can kind of just like zone out and do exteriors for like a billion years, but to actually do interiors is like way more of a thought process for me. I've been using a lot of glow berries to look like hanging hanging herbs and stuff. Whoops. There we go. Hold on, let me try to do it with a display entity. Maybe I can actually make this look better. So there we go. Got the display entity placed in the world. I'll turn my gizmos on and then just flip it. Should probably be at like what, 135? Up there and like so. There we go. Now we have our hanging herbs in the kitchen. Doesn't that look nice? I'm building my city and the interiors are exhausting. Yeah, it takes a while. Oh, thanks, Cool Dark in the chat saying looking epic. Interiors take a while. Regensburg took me 8 months of my human life on Earth to do. Regensburg took me absolutely ages, and a lot of it was because I built up the whole town and then I had to do the interiors, and I got like super burnt out on it. Here's another piece of advice. Don't leave all your interiors for the end. Try to do a couple of them along the way. Because if you leave them all to like the literal ends, you will feel like it's just going on and on and on forever. If you try to integrate them a bit more throughout, though, it'll be a lot more bearable. Yeah, I'll put that there. Trying to make this entrance area kind of like generic storage. If you're wondering, this is the big church in town. So this is where the priest lives. He has a garden on the sides where he has a bit of a flower patch and some turnips growing. And then down here he has his laundry and this little storage shed. I should do this now, otherwise I'm totally gonna forget about it. Um, and yeah, Nebez Nebezpeka, it is based on Rate. I mean, not like super, but the vibe is Rate for sure. Um, a bit of this stuff though, I've been inspired more by Gutenberg because I've been playing a ton of Kingdom Come Deliverance too, and it is a fantastic game. If you guys can afford the price tag, I highly recommend Kingdom Come Deliverance too. Here, let me put a window, get a bit of natural light coming in. I don't know. What would you want in your basement cellar? Maybe some barrels. I can put in a chest and yeah, maybe some old furniture. So maybe there's something like this. Da, da, da. They're just stashing some old furniture away in the corner. Grumpy Bear saying you helped me a lot with world building. I'm glad to hear it. I was considering doing the anthropology one for a while, and I wasn't sure if anyone would even like it. And it got really, really popular off of the 20 Ways to Connect Your World video. I'm really happy about that and how it all worked out. Let's see, what else can I put in this place? Maybe some candles? Or more pottery. I'm trying to go for a lot of earthenware pots in Brewerstown. I don't know. I like the idea of like a lot of. I love the idea of there being pots and baskets everywhere. This up here is actually a little display entity flower basket. I just can't do enough like pots and baskets to actually show like a real medieval um, vibe, I guess. Where do you get inspirations for interiors? A ton of things. Playing Kingdom Come Deliverance is one, I'll be honest. Playing any video game, like Skyrim. Skyrim isn't like realistic medieval interiors, but it's still like a vibe. It's still something to go on. I think I'd like a little window here. There we go. Reference images. I use a lot of reference images. Thinking of making this a little bed nook. Whoops. What happened there? Yeah, look up like a lot of like archaeological reconstructions or like reconstructions of medieval interior living spaces. That's a great way to do it. Paintings. They don't have to be medieval paintings. Look up anything during the Dutch Golden Age, and you'll see a lot of really interesting interior spaces. One thing I really wish we could do is like, I know they'll never add it, but if you could paint half of a block, just to make the inside all like painted stucco and the outside white. I would love painted stucco buildings. Did you shear the glowberries? No, I added a structure void. So down here, basically, if this never grows, it will never make new berries. So that's all. You just have to make sure it doesn't grow. Let's see. I feel like this place needs a candle or something. It's kind of dark in here. This is an unconventional interior for sure. Kind of a toughie for me right now. Let's go like so. Can put in a little drawer here and a candle on top. Whoops. There we go. Not giving off a ton of light, but you know, that's fine. I'd like to set a table for dinner here. So we can do something like mutton and sea pickles. I love using sea pickles to look like cups. Actually, in my old texture pack that I made, resource packs, you'll see I made my sea pickles brown so that they looked more like cups. There you go. So these are all my brown sea pickle cups. Actually, this texture pack holds up. I made this look like actual drawers for the thing there. Forgot the name of it. Bee nest? Beehive? And I made my... Where is this? Scaffolding. I fixed the holes in the scaffolding to make it look more like a table. I made the iron look darker. And the ladders look darker too. I really like this texture pack. I just kind of stopped using it for some reason. Who's to say? Here, let's do a chest, and I think actually putting some rushes on the floor would look nice. Rushes are a plant, but when we talk about rushes in like medieval building, it usually means like a reed mat on the floor that just kind of insulates the place a bit. I would like to add in a couple of interior separations. And a nice big tapestry, make the place feel a bit warmer. And do an extra stair right there. Well, I don't know, I feel like this guy lives alone, right? I don't know if Catholic priests could get married in the Middle Ages. I know they can't really now. I try to give life to interiors by giving them a use. Yeah, I don't tend to give my places like any kind of like interior farms because I only build in creative. Beehive look like boxes. Yeah, they do. I've used that a couple times. Usually if I'm going to do boxes though, I'll just use note blocks. Do you allow yourself to change the biome type? Yes, I do. This place is technically a mountain biome, but the mountain biome colors are ugly, so I made it all forest. If I come into Axiom, you will see that I've been basically making this whole stretch of area forest because I like the colors. I think it's pretty. Back of chisel bookshelves. Yeah, that's a good point. Actually, I might put some more bookshelves in here. I don't know. I feel like a priest should have like a pretty simple interior, but I don't want it to be boring. Here we go. We'll give him a little stone sink, actually. Like so. So instead of like a cauldron, which uses up metal... Whoop. Oh, God. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. Okay, instead of using like a big metal cauldron, we're just going to put a little stone sink there. And this to look like a kitchen tool, and this one to look like a plate. Or a trencher, if you are more of a trencher kind of guy. Minecraft should add baskets? Yes. Anybody who's in the Discord knows I will go on occasional rants about the lack of crops and earthenware stuff and baskets in the game. I'm a big believer in baskets and jugs and containers and stuff. Always love new storage solutions. I love that they added these pots. They're very cool. I just wish we had a little bit more stuff like that. Here, we can put up a little pan up there. And we'll put another pan in here. Make it look like they're cooking something by the fire. I need to fill this space, and I don't know how to do it without just putting a bookshelf. Gonna go now. See ya, Diamond Dolphin. I love the anthropology one. Yeah, geography is another good one. I would love to talk to like anyone who's bringing their like profession into Minecraft. I think is really cool. There are people who get into geology in Minecraft, and I love like Minecraft geology videos. Architecture, painting. B Double O, like one of the really big Minecraft builders, was a contractor. So he spent like I think his 20s and early 30s doing like construction work. So yeah, I mean like always try to bring in your personal knowledge into what you're doing. Bus driver says, "Hello, I'm new here. Started to watch here just yesterday. Oh, thank you. Welcome to the channel." Basket pilled. Absolutely. I am 100% basket pilled, and I think this game should have more baskets, frankly. Here we go. I might move this over. I don't, I don't know. So I kind of want to put a table here, but I feel like it would look better if it was like 3 wide. Maybe I'll just open up the space. I won't make it so closed off. I'll go like that, and then I'll close this off here, so that this is more of a continuous space. That doesn't really work for me. Hold on. Because this is like the street entrance, and this has a big window, and I feel like you wouldn't want people just kind of seeing into your life. So we'll put a table here. Just got to figure out what to put on it. I know that the priest keeps flowers, but I don't really want to do flower pots. Because I feel like flower pots are kind of weird. Oh, hold on. I came up with a cool jar design in the castle. I want to get a jar. Here, let's get a jar. For people who haven't watched the previous streams, this is the work in progress castle interior. If we come down here, this is the cooking area, and I made some jars. So white glass, flower pot, and then just putting a little block inside. Let me check how big these are. I'm curious. 0.8. Yes. So this is the interior. There's a little well there. This is a place to cook meat on a spit. This one is for baking bread. Meat storage. And over here, this is our granary. And this one is a dumbwaiter, basically. It just lets us bring stuff up and down. Hello, Dr. Garrett Show in the chat. Nice seeing people from the Discord popping up. Do you have a tavern in your world? I have a few. I showed them all off during the last stream, so I'm not going to go back to every tavern I've made. But this here is going to be a tavern. So there is a wreath symbol, or the best wreath that I could do at the time. I might come back and fix this. There's some places to sit outside, places to sit inside, couple of ovens, fireplaces, I mean. And then if you come up the staircase, this is going to be the living area, and this is a barn. So this is where they keep the horses for people who come to these people who come into the tavern. Basically, they can hitch up their horses. So yeah, Brewerstown does have a tavern. It's the only tavern for a while. The next closest one is in Dewberry, which is over there. That tower over there, that's the tavern. That's the nearest one. I am missing stuff in the chat. Trencher gang. Yeah, trenchers are cool. There's no good way to show them in the world, but if you ever see a birch pressure plate on a table, kind of assume that I'm using trenchers. I love any sort of plant nature stuff we can get. Absolutely. We haven't got good new crops in a crazy long time, and I would love for them to give us new crops. I don't know. Let me know in the chat, guys. What should I put in this jar? Should I try to show like olives, plums, pickled eggs? Hello, Karma Stories. Use paintings and decals instead of text. Yes, I do. for this build specifically, most people in Brewerstown are illiterate except for the scribes. So this is the glass blower. This is the cobbler or shoemaker. That one is for the grocer, bakery, scribe, smith, cooper, the whole shebang. And these are just a couple of little market stalls. I haven't really showed these off in a video yet, but this is a guy who's selling textiles. This one is earthenware pots. You can see I made this one with a display entity, so it's one of these pots just kind of shrunk down. This is another grocer. So he has a basket here, so he has some fruits and vegetables. And this one is selling shields. So he has the nicest place, and he has a sword to defend himself in case he tries to get robbed. Not tries to get robbed, in case he is robbed. But yeah, this is coming together. Pickled eggs. All right, pickled eggs it is. I think raw iron is the best pickled egg rep we're gonna get in the game. Unless someone else has a good idea for pickled eggs. But I think that's probably it. Maybe this? I don't have a pickled egg reference image in front of me right now, unfortunately. I think probably going to go for raw iron. There we go. And ignore the fact that it's on the floor as well. We have a pickled egg carpet, I guess. Hanging signs with items aren't vanilla. Correct. I'm using display entities for those. So I basically just do like this. Oh, that's like first try. That's crazy. Yeah, that works. That's my jar of pickled eggs. Yeah, so I just create a couple of little display entity items and I put them on signs. I think vanilla should probably add that, the ability to combine like signs and item frames. Well, yeah, you should slowly urbanize Tredegor. I have kind of. Tredegor used to be a lot more like just open forest. And before I did the last world tour, basically, I went in and I don't know what to put here. I basically went in just before the last world tour and I added a bunch of farms and farmhouses. So I tore out a bunch of the vanilla forests and it doesn't really work for me. Hold on. Maybe there's like a book on the edge of the table. But I feel like there needs to be something here. I'm not sure what to put. Maybe just some candles. I don't know. Just a bit of candle storage. I'll move these up there. Yeah, so I came in and I did a bunch of farms. Not like a million, but you know, like a lot relatively. So it has gotten more urbanized. Even the area that I used to call the Quiet Vale, which is over here, got some big new farms. So the Quiet Vale got a little bit more rowdy, you could say. Basically, this used to just be like a plains biome, and I came in here, I did a custom river, and I added in a couple of farmsteads. I like this one. This one I did pretty recently. But yeah, so the Quiet Vale is still pretty like low key, but it has gotten more urbanized as it goes. Over there, I'm considering a build. So I don't want to consign myself to doing too much stuff like all at once, but I think my next big project, I'm going to extend that mountain range from there to here. I'm going to make a kind of custom mountain range. And then I'm going to extend this path along here, put a bridge, and then some kind of like town. Maybe a ruined one, maybe an active one. I'll like get rid of the desert or something, and I will link it up so that it goes all around the lake. The real reason I want to do that is because this kind of isn't the best like endpoint for the world. Having like a dead-end road that just leads to a small castle isn't super cool. So it would be kind of nice to connect that road and then do some more stuff and kind of link it up with like Saint-Leville maybe. Minecraft should have more fruit like strawberries, grapes, and pears. I agree. I've been saying we need a farming update for like a while. Even I mean things like okay, so Minecraft has been trying to add more like culturally specific stuff, like axolotls and bamboo, and I think it's part of like the worldwide branding image thing. What I think they should do is just let us have crops from like around the world. So like add in rice or add in like chickpeas or lentils or whatever. Like things that people eat tons of around the world that just aren't like popular in Sweden basically. Um we have like wheat and beets and carrots and potatoes, but we really need more stuff. And yeah, like strawberries and fruit would be really nice. How often would it be to see an inn inside the more rural, lower class district of a medieval town? I don't want to give a statistic, not super common. If you're if you're seeing an inn, it's either because it's a really popular road where rich people are gonna stop, or it's in a rich town where rich people are gonna stop so that they can like sell their wares. No one really cares where poor people sleep because poor people can't afford to pay for an inn, basically. If you're making like, I mean, think of it today like hotels. You see hotels in like towns where people come to visit a lot, and you see hotels on the sides of highways. You don't really tend to see a hotel in like a poor town. If there's a poor town, you'll see like one motel, maybe two motels. You won't really see something like a Sheraton or a Hilton. Still need to figure out what I'm putting here. I don't want to do too many display entities because it will lag the hell out of this build eventually. Like, I know it's going to catch up with me. But I would love to put like a basket here. Don't get me wrong. How do you choose what blocks to include in rural forest paths? All my paths are brown palettes. This is more of a beige, inspired by Kingdom Come Deliverance, basically. But this is like a beige. Most of my paths are more brown. I don't really go for other stuff. If I'm in a really mountainy area, I'll do like a mix of gravel and cobble, just to show that people are like stepping on rocks, not dirt. Does Tredegor have an end goal? No, it just goes basically. When I'm tired of it, it'll die out effectively. Um, hold on. I'm gonna put a loom here. Now, the loom kind of presupposes one thing, which is that women live in this household. I don't know if that's realistic, but I do think it's a more interesting thing to put in than... Huh. There we go. Yeah, I do think it's a more interesting thing to put in than just like another generic table. Whoops, did I move this? Oh, okay. Hold on. Can I say copy? And then I can use Control V to paste it. Okay. Okay. Let's go see how this looks. What am I doing here? I'm not super used to copying this stuff, and I've messed it up. Okay. We'll get to it. We'll get back to it. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. That looks good. This is our loom design that we came up with in the last stream. There we go. Okay, hold on. So let's get to it. I need a couple of these, a couple of these, a couple of these, and hey, that's cool. That worked out really easily. Surprisingly easily. I like right before I started the stream, I made an Irish stew and I left my mom in charge of making sure it didn't like burn or anything on the stove. Um, I can smell it right now and it's making my stomach grumble because I didn't have time to eat lunch, so I'm just sitting here smelling stew for the next like 2 hours. I play Bloxburg and they have a food that looks like a melon on a stick. Huh. Are you building Rate, sort of? No, this is a very separate project. I'm not gonna directly hold on. Oh, okay, hold on. I'll explain it. I did try to build Rate a while ago and it sucked. Uh, where is this? Hold on. My Rate build sucked and it was called Aldisberg and I will never come back to it. But this was my kind of attempt to build Rate. Um, there are issues with it. I will be the first person to say that there are issues with this build. It's not the worst thing in the world, but yeah, I wasn't happy with it, so I never finished it. Brewerstown is based a little bit on this project, but it's also based on other stuff, and it's not a one-to-one. This Rate wasn't a one-to-one either, but yeah, my building style has definitely come away since this time. Not that this stuff sucks, but there are bits of it that I like and bits of it that don't really hold up, in my opinion. This is a cool building. I like this diagonal balcony. Yeah, I don't know. I'll repeat myself. There are things about this place that are really cool and things that are really not ideal. Like this huge blocky building kind of sucks, but this little outcropping I think looks really cool. Um, yeah, it's a tough thing. Oh, Marshmallow. Vintage Story. Somebody recommended it to me in the Discord, but I have not played Vintage Story at all. I don't really know what it is. Oh, I had a texture pack, by the way. I was using the Fwip texture pack that makes these look like coarse dirt slabs. Honestly, I don't know. This isn't the worst place. Maybe one day I'll come back. Never mind. I'm not coming back in. Um, one day I will not come back in and do this because there are like fundamental structural problems with this build, and they cannot be solved with like a makeover. I kind of see the Brewerstown spirit. Yeah, I mean you can. Okay, right. So you enter at like the base of the place, and then you kind of slowly make your way up a main road until like the main castle. One of the issues with Aldisburg is that it's flat as hell, and the really big thing I tried to do with Brewerstown is make it so that it was on a hill. Whoops. I wanted Brewerstown to always be visible, like behind the castle walls and behind the town walls. That's why I changed the height of the church like 4 times. I changed the height of the buildings in front of the church. If you see this building and this building, the reason that this is a one-story building and not a two-story building is because I didn't want to hide the church. I wanted to keep it like nice and open. So very intentional decisions were made. And if you look at Aldisburg, everything is like super flat and super spaced out and kind of boring. The reason there's a frog here, and a frog that I'm going to kill, is because I spawned him in the forest for the forest episode, and he basically jumped over the walls. He made his way all the way here, hopped over, and then started walking through the town. And that's been bothering me for a few days. Okay, so we have our loom here. You could like turn this bench around and work at the loom, and I feel like that kind of fills up the space in a more interesting way. And we're still missing something in this corner. So here, maybe we can I don't hate it, but I don't really like it either. Vintage Story is a Minecraft-inspired survival game, but it's crazy details. Huh. Interesting. Thank you for streaming earlier than usual. Yeah, of course. It's kind of like a weird time for me to stream because it's like in the middle of my day. I still have like stuff going on after this. Um, but more than anything, I wanted to make sure people could catch it because I know that was an issue, especially for my Dutch and German people in the chat last time. So yeah, I'm gonna stream for a little while, probably until like 5:15, 5:30 my time. I'm trying to think what I can put here. I know like classic, just put down a barrel mindset, you know, like I get it, but I feel like a barrel is boring. I don't know. Um, Hold on, I'll do a shelf. Like that. I can't do a shelf. Okay. Anyone have ideas in the chat what I can put here? The frogs get everywhere. Yeah, they're terrible. Uh, yeah, love for everyone in the chat coming from different countries, but also please keep it broadly English. Otherwise I can't really moderate. It's an issue. I think I put up. Oh, okay. Hold on. Um. I'm still kind of stumped on this. Use trapdoors for a shelf. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Hold on. I'll go like that, and then I feel like it's like so bothering me that it's like touching. Um. Da da dum. And then yeah, we can just put a little basket down there. Like so. So yeah, there's a basket over there. Maybe it's like a laundry basket or something. And there we go. That's an interior done for Brewerstown. Can remove that. I have this lovely space now. And yeah, I think that's about done. It's not really missing anything important here. Pretty happy with it overall. I don't know. I feel like this outside is still a bit plain, but I don't want to do too much to it. Oh, okay, okay, hold on. My grass. Okay, hold on. What I meant to do is come in here. Just go like that and see if that helped. Kind of break things up. Doesn't really. Yeah, I don't know. That doesn't really do it for me. Maybe add a butter churn barrel. That's a great idea. I don't think I'm gonna put one here, but that is a good idea. I hadn't even thought of that before. Now I need to figure out how to do a butter churn barrel. Hold on. Okay. Let's fly to somewhere that's a bit more empty. Go down to the docks. It's been a while since I've seen. But I think if you did it like that, and then I mean that's kind of just what it looks like, but that doesn't really show well what it is. Maybe if you put a couple pots next to it to kind of show that it's like for churning butter. Do you have a weather cycle? Mostly I keep it sunny. but occasionally I put it on rainy. I have a mod that changes my rain sounds. You can kind of hear it now in the background. Hold on. May I ping you an off topic on Discord? Yeah, of course. Hello from Belgium. Glad I can catch you live streaming today. Hello, Xstar. And hello to all my Belgian fans broadly. I find the rain kind of relaxing. Hold on. If we come by the water here, you can see it's actually like plip-plopping down. Sorry, I got hypnotized a little bit by that. Now there's a thunder sound. I don't remember what that mod is. Hold on. Ambient sounds. Sound physics remaster. Hold on. It's something like that. It's not ambient. I think it's something. Yeah, I really like that weather mod. I also have a mod that kind of changes the building sounds generally, so that when you place blocks on an empty interior, you get like a really hollow sound. Echoey, I mean. And I love the vibe of that. This is the house I built during the first Regensburg stream. And I feel like it's kind of weak sauce. There are a few things I'd like to change about it. I'd like to put down a big brown tapestry. And I'd like to actually make a dinner table here instead of just imply one. Like so. Here we go. Oh, hold on. Here. So there's someone cooking there, and they basically stole the chair from the table. I don't think there'd be anything on the table except for maybe a candle. I mostly don't light my candles unless it's a really dark interior because it feels kind of pointless. It just kind of adds lag, basically. Oops. And these are supposed to be... Hold on. So those were supposed to be arrowheads, or like arrow fletchings. But what I can actually just do is put an arrow in there. Basically, it's supposed to be like a basket of arrows. This guy is the huntsman. 135. There we go. Oh, it's gonna be okay. Okay, I mean that kind of makes sense, right? You get the vibe. He's making arrows. I don't like this empty shelf here. So we're gonna make a real shelf. And I don't like the arms on the chair. I don't really like much of this interior, to be honest. Here we go. Let's close things off. I feel like it's like way too open. Could use a shelf actually, like an like a shelf on a wall, not like a stack of shelves. I don't want to make it too high, but yeah, putting something like that would be cool. Let's just go basic. This is a stack of plates, basically, and this is a waxy cheese wheel. When I use a smooth red sandstone, that's always a cheese in my world. Can put down a chest here. I think that's a good place for a chest. Um, maybe a nice little mat when you come in. Or he's a huntsman, so he probably has like animal pelts everywhere. There we go. Yeah, I like the idea that this guy has like pelts just hanging up. And then there's a little kind of living area up here. Little hunting horn. This base could still use something, so okay, there we go. I haven't checked in with the chat in a second. I'm locked in. Uh, whoa. Never mind. That went way too quick. Did not know it was gonna go that quickly. Okay, we can't see your hotbar. Yeah, there's I don't know. I stream with OBS and I don't know why, but like the 16:9 isn't like doesn't quite make sense. I don't know what it is. I really don't know what the thing is, but I think it's an issue on YouTube too. By the way, have you seen Better Clouds? I have not. Uh, whoa. Someone asking, I pinged you an off topic. Pools closed is my thing on Discord, yeah. I feel like this would be a good place for a laundry line. I don't know. Well, there's one here. Maybe not. Maybe I'll leave it nice and open. Or could put some flower planters up here. I feel like flower planters aren't super medieval though. Feels more likely that they'd just be storing some extra stuff. Whoa. OBS's cutoff is the bane of my existence. Yeah, I don't know. The Better Rain sound mod. I'm not entirely sure. Um, hold on. I feel like I have to be able to find this somewhere. Hidden mods. Why do I have hidden mods? Hold on. I'm gonna go into my game file. So I really want to share what it is. I don't know what it is off the top of my head. Yeah, I don't know. I have a couple of different sound mods. I'll make like a note in the Discord basically when I figure it out. Maybe not flower planters, but they might grow some herbs on the balcony. That's an idea. Yeah. Yeah, I see what you mean. Okay, hold on. Um, well, I don't know. I mean, okay. Yeah. Here, let's try it. Do some signs, I think. I don't want to make it look like too big and boxy. But, I used to use acacia saplings to look like herbs. I'm not really sure now what a good block is, because I don't really like the acacia saplings as herbs. I can use anything, like I can place it down, I can force place it, I just don't know what to use. Ambient sounds, I think. It might be ambient sounds. Okay, I'll tell you. I have... Whoops. Where are my mods? I have ambient sounds, and sound physics remastered. It's probably one of those two, and I'll be honest, I would recommend both of them. So, lavender. Yeah, okay. Let's do that then. I just have to take a look back after and make sure that it's not... Okay, so we'll go like so, and then, whoops, getting some lag. Probably because I'm streaming, to be honest. If anyone knows how to kind of like reset my Axiom mod, let me know because I don't have an active block tab anymore and I haven't had it for like 6 months. Not 6 months, like a month, I guess. I don't know. Interesting, interesting. There's no tool mask. Okay, so that's what it would look like if they were growing lavender on the balcony. I don't think that's too distracting. The dirt spilling out of the bottom. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like if oh god damn it. I feel like if I sorry, I try not to swear on this channel much. Okay, hold on. Um there we go. I feel like this is kind of like boxy because it links up like too nicely with the railing. I don't know, man. Maybe I could put some pots and they're growing stuff out of pots. That's an idea too. Anything that might look like thyme. All right, guys. Anybody have ideas in the comments for what looks like thyme? I could try. Tell you what, right? Whoops. Okay, I tell you what. Could go like that, and then I could replace that with the top half of a fern. And then that might look like thyme. Whoops. Does that kind of look like thyme? I don't know. That's a interesting conundrum. I've been using this specific technique around Brewerstown, a couple places. I feel like it looks really nice. I would love to have lavender in the game. I showed you guys my custom texture pack earlier, and in my custom texture pack, the alliums look like lavender. Kind of looks like thyme. Um, I feel like it's like weird because it's spilling out. I could do a small fern, but I feel like a small fern looks somehow less. Maybe when we get those new bushes, when we get those dry grasses and stuff, in the new update, that's gonna look good, I think. It looks like time, yeah. I don't know what time looks like. It's a tough one. I mean, like from a distance, it's fine. I think it's fine. I think it's more interesting than not having anything there. I'm not really sure about this bit. I'll try signs again, because I really don't like the way that the trapdoors look. Yeah, that's like fine. I don't know. I feel like it doesn't blend with the palette because there's no purple here. The purple is over here and over there, I guess. Oh well. Bushes will be so nice for forest decor. I agree. I've been doing a ton of forest decor, and it's weird decorating stuff when you know that like in a month and a half you'll have access to all these new tools that will make everything you did kind of invalid. Not invalid, but you know what I mean. I do really like this foresty bit. For anyone who's played Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, that herb woman, Bojena, I made kind of her hut in this. This is the herb woman's hut, so it's her bed and her daughter's bed. Got a couple of little flower gardens here. Poppies, because they're good for like herbal medicine, some lavender too, and some bushes just to nibble on for sweet berries. If you follow this little trail of flowers up, you get to this old Roman ruin up here. I feel like it's I really like it, and you can see that all the pillars have kind of tumbled down the side of this hill. There's one over here too. It's kind of broken down into a few pieces. But yeah, bushes in here would really hit. All the ambient stuff we're getting has been desperately needed. Absolutely. Um, I mean, I put in I when I saw that we were getting falling leaves, I just looked up a mod that had falling leaves because I was like, oh, I need this in my life like yesterday. It's great. You can change the frequency of the falling leaves. So it's this mod called Particular. Falling leaves enabled, but you can actually come down here and determine the spawn chance. And at nighttime, you'll actually spawn fireflies. So I think they're gonna come out. Yeah, there they are. Isn't that so cool? I can't wait for when they actually like add this stuff in game, but I mean it's a really nice mod. Combine it with a few sound mods, and it's so nice to walk through the forest. See all these little fireflies, you get like the frogs hopping around and the ambient sounds, the crows cawing. It's a really nice time. Might get that mod. So far, only a vacuum. Yeah, I only got into modding very recently because I was always like, I don't want people to download my world and then not see the stuff that I see. Like, I want to build stuff that you can like come in the world and see. You don't have to be like, do I go Curse Forge or Modrinth? Whatever. And then I found out that there's all these mods that change like the sounds of the game and stuff. And I was like, oh, this is spectacular. Like I can make these display entities and you'll actually see them in game. And you won't hear like the sounds and stuff, but the sound, like I'm not building based on the sounds, so it's not that deep. You can get the Tredegor experience without having particular mod. I feel like I want to put up like I want to put something up here that just looks like a kind of like a pelt. So I don't know. It kind of makes sense in my head. I think we're done for this interior though. Right, I was working on the balcony. Somebody said try to reduce this to 2 blocks. It did it again. Hold on. It's because I have that immediately. Immediately when I put the no updates thing, it turns my life into hell. Upper half of the lily, and like so. There we go. Now that's good. I'm happy with that. I'm really happy with that. 2 houses done. 3 actually. I built this one on the last stream. Sound has been broken in my Minecraft world for the last year. That's crazy. You should fix that. What do you mean it's been broken? Um, damn, this isn't even modded. I was like, oh look, I did a half slab sideways. I was like, oh no, that's literally just walls. That's crazy. Let me see if I can't put one of those up in here. No, that's like... Here we go. No, wait, it's like so, like so. And there we go. And now we have like a pan hanging over. Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool? For like a month, I had the wither sky effect permanently. What? That's crazy. Um, okay, guys, so what's the vibe? I want to get some opinions in the chat. Should we do some more of these townhouses, farmhouses, or build some new farmhouses over there? Turn those red blobs into farmhouses, or work on the castle interior. I don't know. Oh, thank you, Advert. I I find it really rewarding to work on interiors. It's a pain and it sucks, and I love it as well. I was thinking you were gonna make a smoke duct thing. Oh yeah. Uh, castle interior, castle. All right. So I'll show you guys what I have so far. You can see there's a. Okay, real quick. If anyone in the chat has ideas for what I can put like right here, let me know. Um, window. Because I'm curious. I don't want to leave this like totally empty. I might just make it flowers. I'm not sure though. It's this kind of raised lip because the castle is on a hill. But we have some little farming plots out here. We're growing big thyme, little lavender, and whatever this is supposed to be. This is all pumpkin blocks basically. And I put little voids around it. A tree or a fountain? I feel like tree isn't the vibe. I feel like this should be like a treeless area. Like no trees allowed compared to the trees over there. I don't know. Fountain isn't bad. I've thought about it for sure. I'm not sure if I should do fountain. Maybe other people in the chat can say what they think. Flowers, old bendy tree. Flowers is an idea. I thought of a dovecot or a dovecote, whatever, however it is pronounced. I'm not sure. Okay, so the castle interior. We have this level here. I'll turn the brightness up a little bit. There we go, just like a wee bit. So this is the castle interior. It's based off of an image by Philip Armstrong, which you can find online if you look up Carrickfergus Castle Reconstruction. But this is a desk for like a scribe. People come in, they say what's going on. This is an area that I haven't figured out yet, and the reason is that in Philip Armstrong's drawing, he doesn't show what's in this room, so I haven't figured out what I want to put there. This is a room for like extra storage of stuff. That's a little bit problematic, I'll be honest. And it's also an arrow, like it's a place where you can drop rocks on people, because this is a back door into the castle. So it goes from the stables and then into the granary so that the horses can like get their hay. But I knew that people would like come in here and try to break into the castle, so there's a trapdoor. I really like all the roof beams for this place. If we come over here, this is a little bedroom for someone. And then this one is a toilet tower. So basically this stone wall contains a chute. And that comes down into here. And then from the outside, what you can do is basically like scoop out the bottom so that it doesn't like stay here for 20,000 years. Yeah, this is the toilet tower. Basically, I know it's like messed up, but you're supposed to imagine that this hole basically goes into the chute and not directly onto that guy's head. It's a little bit difficult to show in game. This level here is going to be where the Lord sleeps. So this is going to be like a solar area, like a chilling place. It's going to be like storage. And this is the bedroom itself. Still work in progress. We have a nice big fire here. And I'm not sure what I'm going to put here. Oh, I put treasury. Well, there you go. That's going to be a treasury then, I guess. And if we go up one more stair level, this floor is the most done. I guess the basement is mostly done, but this is the Lord's kind of reception area. So there are some tables. This one's pushed against a wall, but this one is here. There are some like advisors or counselors sitting here. They each have their little pieces of paper and scrolls and stuff. Some coins on the table. A pile of firewood for the fire. A couple dogs. This is the double throne. This is also using display entities. So this trapdoor, not trapdoor, this fence gate is a display entity, and those trapdoors are display entities. Over here, empty. Over here, another bathroom. These basically are supposed to look like soot coming up the wall from the candle. I couldn't find a better way to do it, but I don't know. I considered a few different options. Because I could do something like this, but I feel like that doesn't really get across the vibe. And it's a worse gradient. Like it actually looks like straight up worse. Hey, I lost my wool. This is also not ideal. Yeah, I feel like this just looks better. I don't know. It's not perfect, but it's the best thing I've found so far. Make an entrance to a winter storage. That's an idea. Dropping rocks on people is my favorite defense tactic. Garderobe. Yes, that is a garderobe tower. The interiors are so good. Thank you. I posted some interiors of my castle adventure story. I don't know if that will help for Minecraft. You can see them on off topic. I will definitely take a look a little bit later in the day. I was like checking in on the Discord. So this level of the castle is like mostly done. I feel like the place... Okay, hold on. Let's take care of the top, like the very top. The castle has these weird, terrible doors. Whoops. Because these are half slabs. And half slabs make for terrible doors. I don't know. Maybe I should make it like... See, I could do like this, but I feel like this is like less intuitive. somehow. But there's like no perfect solution. Right, so there are 4 defensive towers. I'm kind of happy with these flags. I feel like I'm probably going to keep them, but I might change them still. I don't really want to do 4 flags. I feel like that's a bit overkill. And yeah, so I have these little rooms. Let me put this in here. Whoops. I was thinking of making this one a prison. Maybe that doesn't make the most sense, but I feel like there should be a prison in this castle somewhere. No windows. I feel like windows are not the vibe. Even a small one. You could send through like a pigeon. But, yeah, hold on. I feel like I need a... I don't want to get a player head right now. Because I would have to, like, leave the... Well, hold on. Hold on. I'll go get a composter player head. Bear with me. Okay, we're back. Let's try to do this with player head. I think it'll be a bit less laggy than display entities. There we go, like so. And now he has a little chamber pot. Can put this in here. And no, I feel like that's all they need. I'm not gonna give him like a candle or anything. I don't know, maybe we can do... We'll do like so, and then we'll put bars in with a display entity. How's that? Can't see a damn thing. There we go. That's not too bad. Yeah. I would live here. I mean, I wouldn't like be happy, but here, let's see if we can't do this instead. I feel like that's more intuitive. I think that's a fine prison cell. The messages above refer to the door problem. Uh, yeah, I don't know. I can't really figure out the best way to do it. How detailed do you make the characters that inhabit your builds? Do you give some of them stories? Ba-bum. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I do. Some of my stories are repetitive, I'll be honest, but I do give people little life stories. Like over there, it's not just a hut in the woods. It's the Herbwoman's hut. And I'm taking it from Kingdom Come Deliverance, but she lives with her daughter. Uh, we know that she has poppies, so she's probably mostly making painkiller potions. She's not living in town, so she's clearly some kind of a recluse. And she isn't keeping any animals. She doesn't have like a huge setup or anything. I think it's clear that she's trying to live like a very low-key life, and she probably isn't very rich. There's no like cauldron. There's like the only metal thing in this whole place is this little latch on the chest. And the fact that she's kind of sharing this really cramped little spot with someone, like to me, that indicates that she's really not, living like the nicest life or anything. Um, On the other hand, if you come over here, this building belongs to the Copperhouse family. And the Copperhouse family are the people who own the brewery in town. So this is the brewery, and it's owned by this guy, basically. And you can see in the back here, if you come down this little stairway, they have a nice little picnicky garden area. And the house is built out of like stone, and it's like this kind of nice construction material, but it's not super fancy. I kind of tried to make it look a bit tacky, almost like it's somebody who had like come into money, and it's not like the scribe's house, which is like very like townhousey kind of vibe. And it's not even like this one. It's like this nice kind of like color palette of like this yellow with a tinge of orange and pink. It's kind of very like brutish, and I really wanted to show through the build that even if there's no sign on the building that says like hello, I own the brewery, like this is kind of a new money guy. On the other hand, over here, this one is the glass blower. He has these nice glass windows because they're kind of advertising for his business. Um, it's a pretty simple place. You can see that they're eating pork up here, and they have some flowers growing. So maybe they just like flowers, or maybe they're kind of like medicinal. They have a loom, so there's a woman who works here, and she's doing some kind of like manual labor. They have some nice candles, so they're pretty rich, and they have flowers and stuff. Over here, there's a couple of separate bedrooms, which means that they probably like their privacy, and they have some like window curtains to like draw across. There's some really nicely colored stuff in here, and they have some coins around, so they're doing pretty well. Um, those are mostly the kinds of stories I like to tell, stories that are like reflected through the architecture. This house belongs to a minstrel, so he has like very garish tastes. He has like these purple windows. The only place in the world that has like purple windows other than like the churches is this building, because he's that kind of guy. Try to go brutalism when? Um, Good question. I think you could argue that some of this stuff is brutalist. I mean, I would say this is a very brutalist building, arguably. A lot of it is like simple stone material. It's not concrete, but not all brutalism is concrete. If you look at African brutalism, there is a lot of brickwork and stuff, and even like stone ashlars. So I would say the Brewerstown Castle is a bit brutalist. Carriage made of pale oak wood looks super cool. Oh, thanks. I made a couple of these. Um, this is how it looks. I'm using display entity to make like a lip over the wheel. And this wood is also display entity because I could place it like in here. But other than that, it's a pretty simple design, basically. And I made a version of this. Where can I see this? Hold on. There we go. I also made one with spruce. Whoop. There we go. Yeah, so I don't know. I like to tell all these like little stories through the places that people inhabit and whatnot. This one is done. So that's two down. Da, da, da. Mister with the purple windows just making sure he don't fit in. Yeah. Well, I have to show it somehow that he's that guy, you know? Okay, so this area, I'm not super sure what I want to do. I feel like I want to do some more tables. But yeah, I don't want to put like a carriage up here because that doesn't make sense. But it is that kind of space. Like there should be barrels and stuff like waiting to go down to the kitchen, and there should be people waiting. So there should probably be a couple of benches. Maybe a nice little bench down here by the window. Actually, here's what I want to do. If you'll forgive me for a moment, I want to get some scrolls. So I'm going to get a player head that looks like a little packet of scrolls. All right, we're back. I have so many buttons I can click now to like pull stuff up. I kind of get confused, to be honest. Here we go. That's what these are supposed to be too, by the way. These are supposed to be like scrolls that are tucked away inside of the shelf. Let's see. So what else do we want? I'd say a feather, an ink pot. So there we go. Let's get a feather in here and a little ink pot. Put that back. Oh, here's the thing. I wish we could get the map, like, this texture. I wish we could get that map texture, like, in the item frames. It's like a silly random thing, but it sucks that we can't have something that actually looks like it has writing on it displayed in the world. Kind of looks like a secretariat. Yeah, this is basically a secretary thing. Love the content. Hello, thank you. I find the time by not having a life. Yeah. One thing I like to do is give characters diaries. Oh, there are a couple of diaries around this world. Not a ton, but it is a really cool idea. I agree. Here, let's say that there's a thing here. There's somebody basically sitting down and nibbling on something. I'd like to give him a little loaf of bread. I think that would be cool. It's probably like a guard. So basically the scribe is here, and to make sure nobody like kills the scribe, there's a guard around. But it's a pretty boring job, so you know. Here, I did this one a while ago, and I'd like to go like that. There we go. That's better. This table should be mostly empty, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not really sure what to put in this place because it's kind of supposed to be empty. I like the idea that somebody's just like rolling these around, so they're just on the floor right now. Ba-ba-bum. I love when you write in books. Oh, thanks. There are. I was doing it more, to be honest. The peak of it is New Getum, I think. I built New Getum right when they came out with, or Saint-Neville, both of those places. I built those around the time that they came out with the chisel bookshelves, and you could actually put like real books in bookshelves. And I kind of went ham on building those things. I don't know. I'm like so conflicted on like what this interior space should look like. I want to make it look like it's a little bit dirty, maybe. Like people are tracking in a lot of dirt in this place. A little tinking sound when I walk around. Why would anyone kill the scribe? Um, I think for the same reason that people hold up banks broadly. Um, this is a storage place. I'm still not sure what this place should be. Basically, the two options that have gone through my mind are bedroom or storage. I don't know what I need to store, and I feel like it's a terrible place for a bedroom. Pickled eggs floor. Yeah. Leaf litter cannot come fast enough. I agree. I'm gonna abuse leaf litter a lot. Even just putting it there, yeah. I mean, putting on a couple pieces to make it look like people are dragging stuff in. It's gonna look great. Absolutely. How about you go around naming towns or parts of the world? Sure, I can do that. I know people don't always have the time to tune into stuff. Um, all right, guys. I'm gonna do a little mini tour of Tredegor. I'm gonna put my flying speed like way up. In the meantime, let me know how I should decorate the rest of the space. Okay, so this is Brewerstown. This is the latest kind of area I've been working on. Brewerstown extends from here to here to here to about here. So it's this whole region that I've been working on since late December, early January. Early January. This area is the Chamberlain Castle region. It's just going to extend to about where you see those yellow dots. It's not a huge thing. It's just going to be some farms and stuff and a little mill to process the wheat. And this is basically Brewerstown Mini. So it's a part of the Brewerstown lands. It's just that they collect the taxes indirectly, basically. That guy collects the taxes and then he gives them to the Lord. Over here we have the Quiet Vale, so called because I didn't have any build here, and then I put build here and it's still kind of called that. But basically, this is Castle Stoneheart over yonder. And they own this kind of region around here, coming through this whole place, basically. Everything that touches Brewerstown is kind of Castle Stoneheart lands. Specifically, this is a little town called Dewberry. It's inspired by White Orchard in The Witcher 3. So you can see that this is just the White Orchard Tavern and then a couple of little farmhouses. If I fly over, this is the Valley of the Cairns, inspired by the Barrow Downs and the Barrow Lands from A Song of Ice and Fire and The Lord of the Rings. Over here we have Fort Mostyn. This is a little kind of cowboy fort. It's inspired by one of the forts in Red Dead Redemption 2. Don't ask me which one because I don't remember the names. It's been a couple months. But this is a kind of colonial style. Over here we have the Bloodstone Church. I challenged myself to do a red and green gradient. Over here, this is Rostillid. It's a pig farming town. I like this place. I feel like it turned out well. But we have an apothecary, a little tanner, and then a couple of pig farmers and stuff. This is Castle Leslie. They basically own Rostillid, except for like legal reasons, but basically. It's my big project. I did this one back in about April of last year. I really like this place. I didn't have a soft space in my heart for it until like right at this moment, and then I thought about working on it back in April, and I was like, oh my god. So yeah, this like just grew on me right now. This is Trebor Mine, inspired by Fallout 76. It's a coal mining town. We have Somerton over there. It's a farming region. And this is Dunlion. So Dunlion is a little bit inspired by Scotland and Ireland. It's a little kind of tower house with a small village outside. I talked about stories and stuff. I don't just do it through my architecture. So here is a story. There's a little heartbreak shard down by the water here. So you can imagine that somebody has gone through some heartbreak pretty recently. Over here we have Marsh Castle, the first thing I ever built in this world. This was inspired by Clegane Keep on the Westeros Craft server. And skimming over, we have Medina, my big desert town. The skeleton of a dragon here in the desert. I basically copied this head from a tutorial and then I built the rest of this like by hand. We have a desert temple transformation. And over here is a town I built this summer. This is Bexel. So here they are farming salt, and we have a couple of other little cottage industries like fishing and growing sugarcane and melons. Bexel for me is inspired a little bit by Lebanon. Oh my god, who broke up? I think it's a young person, but I couldn't say. I'm not sure. Um, I'm struggling with coming up with good names for stuff. There are no good names. There are just names that you like and names that you don't like, and you can steal. I mean, I steal. Uh, Medina just means town or city in Arabic. This place is just called the Copper Mine. Marsh Castle is just a castle in a marsh. Newport is called Newport because I built it after Marsh Castle, so it was new and it's a port. So Newport. I mentioned a little bit earlier that that Tredegor has been urbanizing. This is one of the things I mean. So I came in like early December of last year, and I built this house, this one, this one, this one. Yeah. So I built these four houses here. This used to just be forest, and I came in here and I made it feel a little bit more urban. Uh, I tried to keep with the same style. So these are like super different farms than Brewerstown, even though they're built like a month apart. But that's just because I tried to fit it with the existing style here. So this is Newport. Skipping across the summer sea, we can get to New Geddon. This place is inspired by Pokemon. I was really feeling my Pokemon era when I built this place. This is a cool texture. I should use this more often. If we skim along here, we'll get to the Cutthroat Cove, inspired by Pirates of the Caribbean, which I binged this summer with my girlfriend. Just woke up from a nap because I was in hospital, because every morning when I wake up, I have a lot of spit. Um, I hope you're... Oh, that's so loud. No, 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 no. Okay, we have to go. I hope you're doing better. I'm not sure why you're in the hospital, but I hope everything's okay. The grading turned out awesome. Thank you, Aardvark. Do you ever get the feeling your builds are too close? Usually no, with one specific exception, which is Regensburg and Clarendon are too close. I like them to be close though, mostly because people can walk between them or fly really easily. And when things are too far, it's boring. Nobody wants to walk 8,000 blocks just to see a small castle. This is the Rosewood Port. Uh, it uses a bit of jungle wood and stuff. And this is Sarneville. Sarn is the word for river, I believe, in one of Tolkien's elven languages. So there used to be a town in my world building stuff called Sarniar, and I named this place Sarneville, kind of after that place. It's inspired by Mont Saint Michel in France. If we skip on over, this is Anchorage. Uh, it's just a little kind of like Viking fishing town. The name Anchorage just means port, so I know some people have gotten upset over me calling a place Anchorage, but I think it's not that deep. It's a pretty common word. This is a place whose name I forgot. Give me a second, I'll think of it. Black Hole. Blackhul. So this is also inspired by Clegane Keep on the Westeros Craft server. Um, if you compare this to Marsh Castle, you can see that they're totally different castles, but they have the same inspiration, which I think is really cool. I just got the sound back in Minecraft. I love Bexel. I'm a true Bexel patriot. Thank you, Aardvark. Bexel is really cool. Um, so far, I've been kind of naming stuff literally, but in other languages. I think that's a fine way to do it, especially if you speak that language. There's no problem with it. This is Evergreen. It's a little mossy castle. I built this one a while ago, and over here you can see Moss Wen. Wen was a word used to describe London a while back. It basically means like a big boil or pustule. But you can see that there are the ruins of a little town here. And Creaking Heart and Pale Moss. It's right when that stuff came out. We're back at Somerton, by the way, if you've noticed. If I come over here, you can see glorious Regensburg. So Regensburg stretches from here to there to wherever. It's a really big area, and I love this build with all my heart, but it has some severe problems. Um, like anything, you know. But it's still a really cool place. This is what I said, though, about places being too close. This tower, if it did not exist, I would be happier with how close these things are. But I'm not going to tear it down because it looks cool. And I don't want to move it, because that would be disingenuous to me. Soon Chedigo will be one big city. Maybe, you know. Are you going to go back and revamp older builds? Not really. Occasionally, I do, but I don't try to do it too much because I feel like I learn more from trying to do something better in the future than trying to go back and correct what was faulty. Where's the gym, like the Pokemon gym? Uh, there isn't one, but the center of that place is a bank, actually. Whoa. Da, da, da. Hello, Vester Rex in the chat. Just finished my first assignment for the night, listening while doing some art homework. Very cool. Someone should make a political map of the glorious King Robert's world. I've made a couple political maps. I can post them again to the Discord. Have you made an orchard? I've made a few. There's an apple orchard over Regensburg Way. And over here, this is a plum orchard. So I'm using these to look like little plums in the trees. So yeah, there's one here, and then there's another little one over here. This is my second little plum orchard. Like I said, there's an apple orchard, and I'm considering this piece here is probably going to be an orchard. I'm just not sure if it's going to be apples or plums, or if I'm going to try something else. I actually did apply for art school, but I got rejected. I'm sorry to hear that, Callie Sykes. Same thing happened to my friend. He applied and got a rejection. It's tough out here. So we're back here. Still not super sure what I should do with this place. I could do like a chandelier, but I feel like it's not super the vibe here. I don't know. And I still need to, whoa. Let's turn this down. I still need to figure out what to do with this room. I don't know. Hold on. I have a note in my phone that's like castle parts. It's just like listing every part of a castle. All right. Let's take a look at the castle parts. So we have a main hall, Check. That's upstairs. Throne room. Yeah. Dining hall. Yeah. Lord's bedroom. Private dining area. That's gonna be upstairs. A buttery and a cellar. We did. Servants' bedrooms. Library. This is not a real big book guy. I don't think it's gonna have a library. Laundry. Hmm. I could do laundry here. I feel like it doesn't super make sense though. Like there's no water source and there's no like fresh air coming in. I feel like this is a kind of a bad place for laundry. Hmm. Hello, Uncle Baya in the chat. Uh, I could show some sketchbook pages in the server. That's cool. Yeah, anybody who wants to share any kind of art in the Discord server, please feel free. We all love seeing art. And like I said, the more art you see, the less burnt out you get. Matriculations. Um, Not for this place. There are some over yonder. You can see that that is matriculated, and so is that. Um, this one is going for more of a Norman style, and I don't want to make it. Whoops. There we go. Uh, I don't feel like the matriculations fit for this specific place. Is there any type of sports in the world like polo? In this world like polo? Um, that's a good question. There's hunting, if you consider that a sport, and bow and arrow training. Horse riding, that's a sport. There is a, what's the word for it? Like a room where people do ballet. Reception hall? Dance hall? What? I don't remember the word. So people do dancing. Um, that's a good question though. There should be some more sports stuff in the world, I think. For that lower hall, maybe a guest quarters. In what channel though? Off topic works. Um, Off topic works for sharing art stuff. But I can make a specific art channel if people want to. If you guys tell me the Discord should have a channel specifically for sharing artwork, I will make one. I hadn't really considered it before now. All right, so somebody said we should try to make this a guest bedroom, and I think that's a decent idea. Oh, there's no fire here though. It's gonna be cold as shit. Okay, hold on. Okay, maybe we can do like so, and then you guys are gonna have to hear me out on this. So I've been thinking about using this brazier design. You know, like braziers, like that kind of metal basket of fire slash hot coals. Been thinking about doing something like that. Whoa! Hey! Oh! Hey! Oh! What happened? What happened? Hold on. Okay, there we go. Okay, hold on. I'll figure it out. So it would look like this, basically, and then be a little bit higher. But yeah, this is like my brazier design. I don't know. Is sharing work in progress Minecraft builds alright? Yeah, of course. There is a Discord. It's, I think, my second or third most recent community post on YouTube. Um, there are currently 163, 4 people in the Discord. Um, and yeah, we're always looking to see people's work in progress stuff. It's a great place to share. Um, Why do you use dripstone for the palm trees in Bexel? I wanted to try something new, honestly, and I felt like it kind of fit. Some people have used dripstone before. Uh, I'm not like the first person to do it. I won't say that I was, but it seemed like a cool idea. That looks great. Stretched, yeah. Stretched indeed. Indeed. Hold on. Maybe if I just go like that, but then I kind of hide. Hold on. Like low key? Low key fire. I don't know. I don't know. Um, it would definitely make the room feel warmer. Can put some here. This was mostly just like random stuff storage, but we can go like so. There's still an extra chair in here, you know, an extra couple candles and stuff, but here. A little bed. Ba-ba-bum. And then maybe a little bit of something above here, just to keep us nice and warm. Um, you'll get there. Gotta put in a table here with a couple of chairs. Probably a chest under the bed. Like so. Does it ever bother using unnatural blocks like coral for stone? Not really. There are things that kind of like feel weird, but the more I play the game, the more I'm trying to see things more as colors and textures instead of blocks. Um, for instance, I wanted to have. I posted some pictures in the Discord recently of yellowy colored lichen in Mont Saint Michel in France, and I was like, how do I make yellow colored lichen in Minecraft? Uh, and so far, this is the best solution I found. It's just putting glow lichen on top of yellow terracotta. But I feel like it kind of works, especially from afar. If you look at it from like here, it just literally looks like there are like yellowy splotches of growth. Um, and I do think it's an important asset to learn in Minecraft is to get over the kind of feeling of what's the word? Get over that sense that you're doing something like that isn't intended in the game because it's kind of all intended. It's a sandbox, you know. Ba-ba-bum. What else would be nice? Here we go. This is coming together. I think. I know the brazier isn't perfect, but I don't know. I feel like it. I'm still debating it, honestly. Hello, Dario 121, 120i. Couldn't come here sooner. So glad I still caught you streaming. How you doing? Doing great. You? We're still gonna go for a little bit. I don't know, like half an hour, maybe a bit longer. This room is starting to come together. I feel like this doesn't fit though. I'm gonna be honest. I can't live this lie. I like having it as like a light source, but I feel like I'm gonna put the what's the word? I feel like I'm gonna put the fireplace somewhere instead. Ba-ba-bum. And here we go. I don't know. Do you guys think I should just do hay to look like rushes instead? Like this. I feel like color-wise it sucks. Even if it's like more clear what it's intended to be. And I'm not a huge fan of how that looks at the moment. So I'm probably going to extend this table out another block. Like so. And then could do it like that. Couple of sea pickles. Huh. Why don't they start at the same place? That's weird. Couple of sea pickles. And we still need a source of heat. So here's my plan. We're gonna put one of those little bed warming things here. Da, da, da. This might be a bad idea, but you gotta try it, you know? I feel like that looks really weird. Uh, I'm good too. It's 11 p.m. here. Oh goodness. It is 4:58 Eastern, and I am waiting on my Irish stew to finish cooking. Probably gonna have supper at a crisp 6 o'clock, so about in an hour. I think I'm gonna take the embers out, but still keep this here. And I don't know what it is, you know? And I could probably do with another chest, like so. And there is a little living area. I think if I was visiting this place, I'd be like fine with it. It might be a bit cold though, so let's see about. Hmm. There's no good place for a fireplace in here. High key. Your channel is one of my top go-to chill places. Well, thank you. We're working on decorating the Brewerstown Castle at the Mo. We did a bit of work over in these places, and we also took a little tour around. Trying to finish off this floor of the castle though, because the other two are like fully done, half done, and this one is also kind of half done, I guess. Maybe like 2/3, but I can't figure out some things. Here we go. Whoops. Hey, no. No, no, no. What does this actually look like? Uh, it's not crazy dark. Hold on. Let's look at it with shaders. Let's see what's popping. No need for warmth if visitors only come in for the summer. Uh, I don't know. I mean, people travel in like autumn though, and like early spring. Whoa. I forgot the candles don't work with Seuss shaders. It's a shame. Hold on. I know a place where we don't have candles. So this is, oh, that's so pretty. Hold on. I'm gonna take a screenshot real quick. I love the way these shaders look so much. I really wish they would add support for candles. Good night, Edberg. This is what we were working on earlier. It's a little bit dim in here, but get a nice glow from the fireplace. And we pop back through. This is the huntsman's house. And you see there's a bit of dappled light over there because of the grates. But I think that looks so good. It's crazy. Whoa. Nice and bright. I love shaders, man. Probably like top 3 best things about playing Java is having access to like tons of good free shaders. A Seagull asking what's my favorite game? I would say Minecraft broadly, but I really like Kingdom Come Deliverance and Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I love The Witcher 3. There is a place in my heart for the Elder Scrolls games, even if they're not perfect. Um, let's see what else. I like Civilizations 5. Um, I've dumped a lot of hours of my life into different games, but that doesn't like necessarily mean I like them. That just means I've played them. Um, like SimCity or The Sims, I used to play a lot of, but I would not recommend those games to most people, I feel. Not because they're niche, just because they're kind of like a time sink, and then you look back and it's kind of a waste. Whereas I like Minecraft and building on stuff and looking back over the years and seeing what I've built. Red Dead Redemption 2 has a place in my heart, forever in my cowboy era. And, let's see. I don't know. Trying to think of what I've played recently. I replayed The Outer Worlds, and The Outer Worlds is decent, but it's not the best RPG. I would say it's solidly mediocre, even though I love Tim Kaine. Uh, people who are into dev, people who are into dev, people who are into game dev, definitely check out Tim Kaine's YouTube channel. It's a very good resource. I feel like the space should be clear, and this is still like kind of dark. Um, I might take this and it takes a second to update. Oh wait, do I have? Okay, there we go. Like so. Brightening things up a little. There we go. I don't mind it being a little bit dim, but I just don't want it to be like dark. Can I see the outer city houses? Yeah, of course. Kind of music do you like to listen to? Good question. Um, I like rock music, video game soundtracks, especially Kingdom Come Deliverance, The Witcher, Skyrim, so on and so forth. Um, let's see. Specific artists. I love Sufjan Stevens. I like the front bottoms. Dominic Fike. Some of George Ezra's stuff is pretty cool. Oh wow, I never finished that. There we go. Up, 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 trying to think. It's funny. I'm drawing like a complete blank. I have like I would say a kind of eclectic music taste. I mean, I could tell you right now, like my most listened to artists for the past bit. Um, Here, let's see who I've been listening to. Um, oh, I've been listening to the Stardew Valley soundtrack, Kingdom Come Deliverance soundtrack, Tales of Vesperia soundtrack, the soundtrack for Kiki's Delivery Service. I've been listening to some Chet Baker, the soundtrack to the movie Juno. Sufjan Stevens, of course, the GOAT, Dominic Fike, Skyrim soundtrack, Oblivion soundtrack. Let's see, Octopath Traveler soundtrack. I've been listening to the Minecraft soundtrack, the Front Bottoms, Dan in Real Life soundtrack, Modest Mouse Rocks, highly recommend. Jack Johnson, another GOAT, highly recommend Jack Johnson. Otis Redding, a little bit of Billie Eilish because of my girlfriend. Let's see. And Jet Lag by Simple Plan. I like metal and electronic stuff. My favorite bands are Sleep Token and Bring Me the Horizon. I have not heard of those bands. I'm not big into the electronic scene. I don't know most of the big names. Listening to the Stardew Valley soundtrack right now. Yeah, it's a. I like the Stardew soundtrack, especially for being done by like one person who isn't like it's not their job. I think it's a pretty good soundtrack. Ba-ba-bum. Trying to see if I can't detail this in a way that's kind of more interesting. Oh, I mentioned earlier that I had sound mods on. If you listen closely, you can kind of hear that there's an echo when I place blocks. There we go. That's something. Just adds a little bit of texture. Ba-bum. Have you played Stardew? It's so good. I have. I'm not the biggest Stardew guy. Um, Somebody mentioned roof texturing, so I'm just gonna show this is basically what I've been doing for this build specifically. is there are three kinds of roofs, basically. There is the thatch roof. So the thatch roof in this build goes from an oak, birch, sandstone gradient. There are the red roofs. So these go from mangrove, brick, and granite. They're not perfect gradients. I have issues with them, but I think I'm probably not going to change them. And this is my blue gradient. It goes from warped to oxidized copper to prismarine. Ba-ba-bum. Sleep Token is awesome. They do a lot of genre bending. Lead singer's voice is beautiful and they have a culty aesthetic. That's cool. The city is kind of like Kingdom Come Deliverance. Yeah, it kind of is. Over there, more so. But this place kind of is, among other inspirations. I don't know, guys. This interior doesn't feel full, but like I'm not sure what to put in it. I've been like kind of mental blocking, I guess. I don't want to take forever though on just this one place, so let's go down and actually try to get a couple of interiors fully done. I think I'm probably gonna do these two, and then I'll end the stream because it's getting to about when I need to be going. This is the loggers camp, so there are people who are cutting down wood for firewood and stuff, and also for buildings. So this is a little build site that's going on right now. And you can see I put a little dammed pond. Okay, so let's come in here. These are dugout shelters, so they're not super good, they're not super nice, they just kind of get the job done for the summer. In the winter, you will freeze in a dugout shelter, but for now it is not winter. Here we go, something like that. Do, do, do. Nope, can't do it. Yeah, kind of hard to do the roof supports on an angle like this. Not impossible though. There you go. It kind of works. All right, so these guys are just gonna have carpets on the floor instead of beds, I believe. I think that's the move, to be honest. Just a couple little sleeping spaces like that. Chest for their belongings. A single candle. And probably a little pot. I want it to be really simple and not like pleasant to get. So you get the vibe that like people do not live here. Like this is just a place where people are temporarily, but they're not staying here year round at all. I can put something down here, just to make it feel a bit more lived in. Ba-ba-bum. Why are there green chimneys on top of the buildings? Oh, so I explained it at the beginning of the stream-ish. This is for my next episode that I'm doing, basically. But when I get close to finishing a build, I kind of have trouble with the idea that like everything looks finished on the outside, so it's like super demotivating um, to kind of come in and actually like fix anything. By using something that stands out and looks really ugly and out of place, like emerald blocks on top of a building, um, you get a visual indicator from the outside of the fact that the building isn't done. So when I finish the buildings, I can take down the emeralds and then they look physically done. Until then, they're not done, and that forces me to do the interiors instead of kind of putzing around, like pretending that they're done. Here, I'm just gonna put a little bundle down here, actually. Um, there we go. little bundle and uh, a pot. I need to put a bathroom here, actually. So hold on a second. I need to copy what I did for the herb woman. I did this little bathroom thing. Okay, so it's just like so and like so. Basically just to represent that there's like a stick over a hole, and that's it, basically. Um, you know, these ain't classy folks. They're just not wanting to squat down. There we go. Something just like that. And then you can take this, go in here like so. There you go. Now there's a bathroom. Do you watch any sports? I do not. I'm not a big sports guy. I'm not even. I'm not an esports guy either. To be clear, uh, no one in my family is super into sports, so I just wasn't like raised like that. And I mean, so my brother now is doing athletic therapy, so he's basically taking care of like athletes for their like medical needs, which is sports basically, but um he was like never that big into sports, and my mom isn't at all, and my dad isn't at all. So yeah, it just kind of never happened. I would like to put a basket in here actually. Here we go. Uh, can we get to see the new building? Um, you mean that? What do you mean by the new building? I'm willing to show anything off. I just need clarification. There we go. So there's some kind of structure. It's really hard to show like it's really hard to show that there's like physically something being like held up, but whoa. Okay. Um, Here we go. Like this, and then hey, okay. So there you go. So there are 5 people living at the Woodsman camp right now. Well, I put 4 chairs, so hold on. I don't want to put any candles down. Um, Conundrums. Here, we can put down a barrel. There we go. So that is a couple of interiors done. I should probably come back in here and do like a tree that just got chopped down or something, but ba-bum. Hey man, I'm new here. I like your videos. Hello, Maddie. Thank you. Uh, what about this brown carpet? Oh, so I'm making little dugout shelters for woodsmen, and I want to show that these aren't beds. These are just like pelts on the floor and stuff like that. Like it's like you're sleeping like on a blanket basically. So there you go. The tower behind you. Then has Minecraft ever come handy in your anthropology homework? Um, I've talked about the Discord in my anthropology homework, and in April, you guys are gonna see. I'm gonna post a video to this channel that is what's the word? I'm gonna post a video for this channel that counts as an assignment for school. So in April, you guys are gonna actually just straight up get an anthropology homework video. But I think it'll still be interesting. So this is Chamberlain Castle. It's based off of Nabokov from Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. There are 3 buildings and a half, I guess. So there is this gate here and a little bit of a horse stable. If you come up, there is a little shooting range. Whoops. That's bugged out. It wasn't supposed to look like that. There is a granary here. And then this is a little castle. It's still a work in progress, but I think it's going to be pretty cool when it's done. I was inspired by Kingdom Come Deliverance and also by the Minecraft builder history builds, historic builds. That guy is great. Highly recommend his stuff. And that kind of inspired me to do this in the first place, to be honest. Hello, folks. Finally got back to the stream. Hello, Dr. Garrett Show. The stream is going to be ending in just a little bit. The only thing I actually want to do first is I had an idea, right? We were doing the huntsman's house, and I was putting up brown brown banners to look like animal pelts. But what if I just put up like an actual, hold on. So here, what we could do is whoa, lag spike. Could do a moose head there. You know what? That doesn't fit the vibe. No moose head. I preferred that. What I wanted to try though is do a display entity and use leather. So if I just make this like real big, right? How does that look? Let's see, let's see. I'm not the biggest fan. I'm not the biggest fan. I'll be honest. I think this one might be a bit too out there. Is there a hue tint? No, there isn't. Not supposed to be. Somebody said, how do you make chain on a diagonal? Using display entities. Over there, yeah, it's display entities. So there are ways of doing just like straight up chain, and then the chain goes into, sorry, for the drawbridge. You could do a drawbridge where you just put a chain going straight up and then into a post. And basically the post is what gets lifted up and then it just drags the chain. But here you can see I'm using display entities. So each one of these is a little chain thing. And I just kind of taped them all together. And it goes like so. I think it looks cool. You know, trying to have fun with it, trying to try out new building techniques, especially. But yeah, this is mostly going to do it for the end of the stream. Can I send you a video with one of my builds? Sure, you can send it in the Discord. I'll take a look there. You can send a link or an actual video. Is there a bear head model? I have one. I have one right here. I just don't know what to, like, where to put it. But yeah, I mean, I could do like bear head stuff. That must have been tedious. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. If you play without Axiom, will the display entities disappear? No, because display entities basically work with summon commands. So you basically just summon something like as a like instead of summoning something like a parrot, you just like summon a chain. So even if I get rid of all my mods, when you guys come into the world, you'll still see exactly what I see. The only thing you won't see is where's the example? I use a texture pack to make the ash go away from campfires. That's like the only big thing, but yeah. In terms of my texture packs, I also use one for grass to have sides. Otherwise, it makes hills look terrible, I find. Oh, I was trying to figure out the thing. Guys, for everyone who was here earlier in the stream trying to figure out the rain thing, it's called Gentler Weather Sounds. It's a texture pack, not a mod. That's what gives you the rain sounds. Yeah, that's everyone check out that. I will say it again. Gentler Weather Sounds. Great texture pack. Highly recommend it. Also recommends basically all of these mods. Ambient sounds is great. That's like frog sounds and birds and stuff when you're in the woods. Dynamic lights is like Optifine. Camera utils lets you go into like F5 basically. Couple of like performance mods. And particular gives you tons of great particle effects. Sound physics remastered gives you echo and sound absorption and stuff. Oh, and I have Zero's world map, which I can pull up somehow. There you go. Whoa. Yeah, so this is Tredegor, basically, from here to here to here, 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 there. This is it. Item frame with bear head in the hunter's house? Perhaps, perhaps. Seagull saying bye, great stream, keep up the great work. Thank you. Nice to participate on live. Thanks. Have a nice weekend. Thank you guys. Thank you for everyone who came out, spent a bit of time. Gonna wrap things up about here. I had a good time, did a couple of interiors that I wanted to do. So we got those two, most of that main floor, and we did a couple of houses. And I'm pretty happy with it. My goal is to basically do a stream like every other weekend. So you guys will probably see one in another 2 weeks. There will be videos before then, though. There weren't any videos before this stream because I was sick, so I lost my voice for a bit, and then I was super busy with school trying to catch up on everything that I missed when I was sick. So, yeah. But anyway, that's gonna do it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.